What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JD, and continuing our crafter journey, today we have the Piston Auto Crafter. It's a fully automated factory type build. It also can be set up to craft crafters. So let's jump right into it and look into the build. I'm gonna go ahead and look at the dimensions here because it's really small. We got 10 by 6 by 5. It only has 3 ingredient inputs, so we're going to combine the redstone and the ingots for the pistons. And if we were making crafters, we'd be combining the crafters and the droppers. The other two inputs are for the items in the recipe. So for the piston recipe, we have planks, cobblestone, and then ingots and redstone. And for the crafter recipe, if we recall correctly, we got ingots, crafting tables, redstone, and droppers. This machine makes sure that it retains a buffer for any recipe that is put in it, and it can only make these two recipes with slightly different timing. The piston crafter is going to be 32 game ticks, and the crafter is going to be 40 game ticks. Here we have a stripped down version without the inputs, so we can kind of look at the build. It's very tiny and very easy to build. Let's go ahead and get started. You're going to need what you see here in my inventory, more or less of some of the items, but just get your redstone kit ready and let's get right into it. I'm going to place the crafter down first. So what we're going to do is we're going to pillar up from where you may have dug a hole and pillar up about 4 blocks. That's about how much clearance you need of this. I got 5 blocks up underneath there. We're going to place a crafter. I have a preloaded crafter here that's preloaded with the recipe for the piston. And we're just going to place a crafter there. And we're going to break these 2 blocks underneath. We're going to place just below that solid block, 2 blocks below that, we're going to place a target block. And then we're going to swing back up here and let's get everything that we need in our inventory. We're going to need hoppers. We're going to need solid blocks. We don't need a target block anymore. We do need all of this stuff. All right. And we can get our lever too. We'll go ahead and throw in off switch and keep it off. The off switch is made by doing this. We're going to take 2 little blocks off the side of that. We're going to put some dust, and then we're going to place a solid block right there, followed by a lever, and we're just going to turn that on. We're going to place a torch here, and it's going to make 1 piston. Oh wait, it did not make 1 piston. Good. So now our clock is all the way shut off. We're going to continue building the clock. Let's go ahead and get our glass blocks as well. I'm going to set up my hotbar just the way I want it. Okay, glass blocks. So we're going to need 2 glass blocks right here, followed by 2 repeaters going away from the crafter, facing away from the mouth of the crafter, because that's the front of our machine. And then we're going to place a solid block. And then we're going to come down here, and we're going to place 2 blocks like that, and then 2 more blocks like this. Break out this temporary block. Go ahead and place dust right there. And then we're going to place 2 more comparators. I mean, not comparators, repeaters. One of these needs to be on 4 ticks, and if you're making the crafter, the other one needs to be on 3 ticks. So, if you are making the piston crafter and you're making the piston crafter, is what I'm making right now. You need to have this on 4 ticks and this on 2 ticks. On the top here, those are just set to default standard the way it is. So this is a piston crafter that we're making right here. Let's continue on making it. All right. We've got everything in here. Let's go ahead and add in our main hoppers. We have a hopper going in the back, a hopper going in the side, and then a hopper going in the other side. What we can do now is we can get our shovels. I forgot to mention you're going to need a double chest of shovels. So get your shovels, and I'm going to get mine from this chest right here. And I'm going to put 4 in here on the left hopper, and I'm going to put 4 in the right hopper, leaving the 1 slot clear. In the back hopper, we're going to put 3, leaving 2 slots clear. Now what you can do is throw out the rest of those shovels. I need to get the ingredients, so we need to grab some planks and cobblestone, planks, and we need redstone dust and ingots. Redstone dust and ingots. For the left hopper where the planks go, you're going to set it up with 4 shovels and a stack of planks. For the right hopper, you're going to have 4 shovels and a stack of cobblestone. And for the back hopper, you're going to have 3 shovels, a stack of redstone, and a stack of ingots. This will ensure that the crafter never loses its buffer, and we always retain the piston recipe inside of it. Alright, we're getting real close to being done here. Let's go ahead and add in our main ingredient chest. Chest. Should have something looking like that. We can go ahead and get our output chest in here too, followed by a hopper straight down into another chest. We just do it like this so that we can read this hopper and tell the machine to shut off if it's overflowing on the output. And how we're going to do that is we're going to go ahead, we're going to get us a regular crafter. We're going to place a crafter right there, followed by 2 glass blocks and a glass block there. On top of this glass block, we're going to have a comparator pointing into the back of that, where that clock is. And then we're going to swing around and have another comparator going into this one. This one's going to be on subtract mode. And we're only going to have signal strength 1 from right there. So anytime this goes over signal strength 1, which when it starts to fill up, it will, the machine will be automatically stopped. Let's go ahead and get our readout for this. So we need a comparator on top of that crafter going into a solid block. And then down here, we're going to have another solid block. This is a temporary block. We can break that block. Let's swing around to the other side here. And we can get a solid block here so that we can read this comparator. Read this hopper with a comparator. And then that comparator is going to be going into a solid block. Come down by 2 blocks, break out the middle block, and place some dust. All right. Now we need also a solid block there so we can read the middle hopper. Should be looking just like this. Now grab your glass and do a little glass wrap around like this. Some of this is temporary. Glass wrap around just like that. Should have it looking just like this. Okay. Paste a comparator on this side and a comparator on that side as well. Should be looking just like this. Go on and get barrels that are full to 13 signal strength and place those barrels reading off those the backs of those comparators we just placed. And signal strength 13 looks like this. It'll be full of all non-stackables except for 3 slots. All right. Getting close to being done. Place dust like this. And then let's get some comparators. For the middle comparator, we only need 1, but we're going to go ahead and place 2 just for symmetrical sake. All right. And then let's place a solid block right there, some dust, and a torch. Come down here and place torches on these blocks where we had placed the dust. Oh no, I didn't place dust right there. Bust that out if you missed that dust. We need to place dust right there, and then we can put this glass block back and put the comparator back. we should be looking like this now. On those blocks where there is dust, we're going to go ahead and place torches. Those torches should shut off if we have our hoppers loaded correctly. And our on torch, this is our on and off switch, should be the only thing controlling whether it's going to craft now. I think we are all done and dusted. We can go ahead and place our floor. All right. And we're going to flick the lever to see what happens. Let's look inside of our crafter. We see that we are getting crafted items in our output. They're coming at 32 game ticks. That's everything that we have for the piston crafter. I'm going to go ahead and shut it off. If you wanted to make this a crafter, you would change this bottom back repeater. You would change that to 3 ticks and then load the machine for crafters as follows. On your left chest, you would have your iron ingots, and in your left hopper, you would have your iron ingot set up like this. On your right chest, you would have the redstone dust, and you would have your chest set up like this, and the hopper set up just like this. On the back hopper, you would have a crafting table and dropper, and only 3 shovels, and in that middle chest is where you would put your crafting table and droppers. That's all we have time before. Uh, it's been your boy JD, and this is the Piston Crafter. World download and structures will be in the comments section. Leave a like, leave a sub. Thanks for watching.